What is up, everybody? Patty Schnee here again today, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Red's new album, Gone. Now, before I get into this, I want to let you know that I did listen to Still Alive, Losing Control, and Gone when they came out before the album was released, and I don't want that to change my opinions on any of the other songs. I also try not to get super excited for this album, even though it is a Red album. I mean, come on, they're probably one of my top 5, maybe even top 3 favorite bands. And I didn't want to get insanely excited because I didn't want to get let down on this album. I will tell you that I will be reviewing the first 12 tracks of the deluxe album. The original album's supposedly only supposed to have 10 tracks, but I thought that first 12 tracks of the deluxe album make more sense for a full album. Anyways, let's get into it. Starting with track number 1, we have Step Inside the Violence. I give this one a 3.5 stars. I thought it was a very good track, probably one of the better tracks on the album. It seems to me to be a little bit of, gives me a little bit of a Still Alive kind of vibe. Great way to start off the album, by the way. I think it starts off the album on a solid note. It uses a good combination of electronic elements and good rock-sounding guitars. I do want to say that Red definitely used a lot more electronic elements in this album than they did in their previous albums, even more than Release the Panic, in my opinion. And Step Inside the Violence, solid track, 3.5 stars, maybe even pushing the 4-star range. I just need to give it a few more listens. The only thing I don't like about it is the meaning. The song lyrics are a little basic. I mean, Red is normally good with song lyrics, but these song lyrics are kind of interesting, and the meaning is kind of like I don't understand it very well. But I mean, it's alright. It's a good song. Coming into track 2, we have Still Alive, and I'm just gonna say right now, this is definitely my favorite one off of the album. I give it 5 stars. I think that this is one of the best tracks that Red has ever created, just because, just like Step Inside the Violence, this one blends electronic elements and organic rock guitars perfectly, and it sounds so good, in my opinion. Like the and then it does that again, then doom, it's got like a drop with the drums, and then bah, and this song just drives like no other. Like, I love how it's just going at you, and this is what a Red song really needs to sound like. Fun, fast, good rock guitars, and it's very catchy. I've heard some people complaining about the simplicity of the lyrics, but I don't think the lyrics are simple at all. I mean, they may be simple, but I think they're simple in a good way, as in they don't understate anything. I love the lyrics, in fact. I love how they have a good relatable message about being still alive, despite how everything may seem meaningless. I also love how the screams and the soft vocals bounce right off of each other. The screams are going, meaningless! What's it all for? And then the soft vocals are like, I'm still alive, declaring that no matter what, he's still alive. And it's great. I love this song. I think it's also on Breathe Into Me caliber. Like, I think it's that good. Anyways, yeah. Moving on to track number 3, we have Losing Control. I put this one at a 4-star. This was definitely one of the most, if not the most popular song off of the album. I never thought it was that crazy good, but I do recognize that it is a good song. If you want to hear a song that was written by Dustin Bates of Starset, this is the one, because I know there are some Starset elements in this entire album, and this one shows it quite a bit more. I believe it was written by Dustin Bates. I'm not sure, but lyrics are a little generic. I'm probably going to say that for quite a few of the songs on this album. Like, it's just stuff that Red has done before in concerns to lyrics. They're definitely stretching themselves in concerns to their sound and instrumentals, but their lyrics, I've seen it before. And Anyways, I like the good screams and vocals in this song. Michael Barnes is an amazing vocalist. I'll just get that out of the way. No matter what he does, he's an amazing vocalist. He can scream, but he can also do soft, beautiful falsetto voices, which is what I love. But yeah, Losing Control, 4 stars. Definitely kind of a slower moving rock song. It's very interesting. Kind of reminds me of Already Over a little bit, but definitely different from that. Coming into track number 4, we have Gone. I rate this one at a 3.5 stars because it's a catchy song, but I thought that the techno aspect was a little disheartening. It ruined it a little bit. I mean, definitely when I first listened to it, I was like, this is a good song, but the techno after the chorus is just a little too much, and kind of took away from the meaning of the song and how it pulls at the heartstrings a little bit, if you know what I mean. But it was, I don't know how to say it. I definitely liked the song a lot more after listening to it a few times. It's catchy, and I definitely do think it's one of the better ones off the album. Still Alive, Losing Control, and Gone. Despite hearing them first before the album came out, I still think they are probably the best ones on this album. Moving on to track number 5, we have Coming Apart. And this one is a 3.5 stars again. I want to say it's a very beautiful song. It moves a little slow, but it is one of those slow-moving, beautiful songs that Red likes to do. I like this song. I like the sound of it. It's really tugs at your heart, but it's also, the lyrics are a little generic. And by a little, I mean a lot. You have things like broken chains, falling down, burn it down, it's over now, build it up, hold on, don't let me go, breaking. And the whole aspect of coming apart, being undone, has been done before with Red in one of their better songs, Pieces, which is my personal favorite song from Red. Well, one of my personal favorite songs from Red. And Coming Apart just does that same thing kind of again. But they do it in a good way. So it deserves a 3.5. I don't think it deserves a 4, but definitely a good song. Next track 6 is Unstoppable. I give that one 3 stars. 3 stars because I originally thought it was an original song, and then I found out it was a cover by a song by Sia, or Sia, however you say that name. It doesn't change how much I like the song. It's a nice, catchy song. It's a little different for Red, especially since they're doing a cover of a song, and the message is good. Just the fact that sometimes you show people that you're strong even if you aren't. I was going to talk about the lyrics, but I mean the lyrics aren't technically Michael Barnes' lyrics, so I feel like I can't really review that since it's just a cover. Okay, track 7, we have Fracture. This was 2 of the band members' favorite song. After listening to it a few times, I do think it is a good song. I like it. I think it's one of the more songs that tends toward classic Red. It does have a few electronic aspects in it, but it has a lot more of just getting down and dirty with the guitar, if you know what I'm saying. Intro sounds like something broken, which is definitely what they wanted, because the song is called Fracture. The only beef I have with this song is sometimes Red likes to repeat words, and they don't seem to have any connection or meaning. Like, some of the ones were falling, shattered, desire. And it's like one after another, but it doesn't seem to have any correlation to each other, and I don't really like that. That's one thing I don't like about Red's Michael Barnes' lyric writing is just sometimes there's no connection sometimes between the words that he says, and it's hard to understand what he's talking about. But yeah, Fracture, I give that 3.5, definitely because it's got a great sound and it's really cool. Track 8, Chasing Your Echo. This was my least favorite track off of the entire album. 2.5 stars. This is more classic Red. It's got nice organic guitars, but it has a myriad of overdone lyrics. Like, this is the track in the album where I thought, like, almost every other lyric had been done before. I feel like the only original line in this song is, Chasing Your Echo, which even that sounds like something that's been done before by Red. So 2.5 stars for this, both Fracture and Chasing Your Echo. If you're a Red fan, then you will enjoy those songs because they definitely sound like something that Red has done before, which is not a bad thing in concerns to sound. I just think lyrics should be shaken up a little bit more. Track 9, we have AI. This is definitely the creepiest song on the album, and I like it. I gave it a 3-star because it's not the best one on the album. I think it kind of drags on, and the chorus is the thing that takes up most of the song, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just is another one of those songs where the lyrics are like, what is going on and what is happening? It's a creepy song. Like I said before, I'm not going to tiptoe around it. It sounds very dark, which leads me to wonder like what it's talking about and what it's all about, which I bet I'll be able to hear the explanation of that later on. And track 10, Singularity. We have 3 stars for that bad boy. This is how they wanted to end the original album. And I got to agree with another YouTuber that I watched who reviewed the same album that it's probably not a good one to end with. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's another one of those that drags and has general lyrics. And the message of it is somewhat confusing. I feel like this whole album is kind of searching for meaning, searching for what will I leave behind when I'm gone. And that's why it's called Gone. And this one doesn't necessarily seem to wrap anything up for me, so that's why I decided to go on and do track 11 and track 12, because they make more sense in the broad general scope of things. There's an obvious Star Set influence in this song because it's got the little like speaking guy, if you know what I'm saying, and I'm just like, like what? Like the little talking dude, and yeah. Moving on to track 11. This is one of my favorite ones off the album. It's called The Mask Slips Away. I gave this one a 4-star because I do think this one is a lot more original, and the guitar part sounds really cool. It's nice and chill though. Like it's not like a hard rock song by Red. It's got a good catch for the chorus. It ties into the other albums that Red has done. The Mask Slips Away kind of has to like sounds like it's the type of thing that they would have done on Beauty and Rage. Organic acoustic sounding instruments are what make this song. I also like the lyrics, "Save you, but you're gone, but you're gone." I don't remember how he sings it, but that's good because it has to do with the album that they have right here. The album's called Gone, and I feel like that's a better one that could have wrapped up the album. Wrapping it up on 11 tracks is kind of weird, but still. Track 12, Still Alive, Looking for a Reason. That seems like it could be something that restates, just like Already Over Part 2 they did. Something that restates what Still Alive is. I'm not a big fan of this track though. 3.5 stars. It's good because it's Still Alive redone, but it's also a softer version of it. I don't think Still Alive sounds very good as a softer version. And it's interesting. It's not a bad track though, so I'll give it that. Overall, for this Red album, Gone, I was really excited for it, and I don't think they let me down. I would give it probably a 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5 out of 10, because it definitely does have some good songs on it, especially Still Alive. One of the best songs Red has ever made. I thank you for watching my album review. I hope that you like and subscribe for more originals, covers, and album reviews. Catch you later.